Hello everyone and welcome back to Badgerclan, where we actually have one less warrior in the clan. I wonder where he went. I don't know. But we also have a new warrior. We have Frankie, who was called Frankie something before. But he joined, and he is playing with his food, and everyone seems to be just kind of watching him a little bit. Well, someone was, yeah, Meadowbush was just kind of watching him. Silently judging what he's doing. Okay, so he's probably gonna be sent out on a border patrol. It seems like he wants to sink his teeth into some prey. Frankie starts the day with endless energy, but as one hunt fails after another, it very quickly runs dry. They come back to camp, empty-pawed and prickling with frustration. Oh, that probably gets the eye of at least a couple warriors here. Probably not Badgerstar, because Badgerstar is he's barely even looking at anyone, honestly, at this point. But let's see. Slatestone confessed their feelings to Branchtail, and they have become mates. Okay. A kitty pet named Fussbo waits on the border, asking to join the clan. They decide to take on a new name, Flickerfruit. Okay. Badgerstar saved Meadowbush from a fox, but was hurt. I wonder if a fox tried to get into the camp then, because Badgerstar never leaves the camp. The tunnels. He's pretty sick and weak right now, so he never actually leaves the tunnels, which means maybe he was just out using the dirt place or something, and then a fox was roaming around and he went out and fought it. And helped Meadowbush. Maybe she was maybe they were on like guard duty or something. Interesting. Kinktail finds maple leaves while out on a walk and decides to give them to Flickerfruit, who has also gotten a running nose, and Frankie's torn pelt has healed. Well, Flickerfruit, oh my goodness, you are beautiful. So his name was Fuss before? Well, Fussbo. I'm gonna, I don't know. He has ghost sight. Oh. Spent last night stressing over possible disasters. I'm gonna name him simply Ghost right now. That's interesting. Okay, so this is Ghost. He has a running nose right now, but yeah, that's interesting. And as I said, Badgerstar had a bite wound, which is unfortunate. So Lightstrike is the one who's gonna go out on, well, lead a patrol. Oh gosh. I did not realize Slatestone was our medicine cat. Of course it was. Okay, we'll handle that in 2 seconds. Okay, so Ghost, Kinktail, and Lightstrike, huh? Maybe even Frankie as well. Let's take them on a border patrol. And this is a Viper clan. They have mediating, advising, but we do have Lightstrike, and Lightstrike basically always antagonizes. So your patrol stands tall and approach the Viper clan cats with insults and threats. Of course they do. Okay, Slatestone, what the heckers? She seems to be chatting with the birds up above. And you have Branchtail, who is your mate. And Branchtail is actually thinking about Sunshadow, aka our guide. The only cat we actually have who has died so far. Okay, so that's a bit interesting. So those two apparently decided to get together. Interesting. And Badger starts feeling gloomy, probably because you're sick in your den. Thriftback, honestly, Thriftback and Meadowbush are gonna go on hunting patrol. There we go. Speaking of hunting patrols, I have seen a couple of things in the devlogs on their on the Clangen Discord server, and may I just say I am pretty excited for the next update to come. But yeah, they talk a bit together, and Slatestone eventually relents and begins teaching Branchtail more about StarClan and the nature of prophecies. Expecting boredom, Slatestone is shocked when they see wonder in Branchtail's face. The two spend the rest of the patrol together, pondering the nature of their ancestors. That's pretty cool. Branchtail, he's grumpy and a great kid sitter. And he's thinking about Sun Shadow. I think I'm gonna do a little thing here. I think I'm gonna change him to a medicine cat. And the reason I did this is because, first of all, imagine the drama. 2 medicine cats who are in love with each other. That's pretty cool. Second, he probably wants to spend more time with Slatestone, and the way to do that is to literally become a medicine cat. Third, he seems really, really interested in StarClan, so that's pretty cool. Now then. Apparently Banderstar confessed their feelings to Meadowbush but got rejected. I don't know if you would do that, because he's pretty attached to Finn. But we'll see. Oh, he wants to go on a patrol with Lightstrike so they can have a chat. Interesting. And Lightstrike is assigning cats to the hunting patrol. Thriftback, Meadowbush, and Ghost. I'm gonna go hunting. And they seem to catch a couple of fish. Kinktail and Frankie are gonna go on a border patrol. I guess with Lightstrike as well. They come across a small dog. They're just gonna, well, proceed, I suppose. Lightstrike is bloodthirsty after all. And she's the one leading the patrol. Okay, and these two are just gonna go gather some different things here. Okay, let's time skip it on the moon. Badgerstar once again confessed their feelings to Meadowbush, so I assume it is a real feeling here. Ghost is so cool. But he keeps stressing about possible disasters. That is a very, very worrying. And it's leaf fall now as well, so that's also pretty worrying. Oh, Lightstrike. Lightstrike. I am well aware this is what you're thinking. Okay, so Lightstrike is clearly up to no good. And Branchtail is already stressing being a medicine cat, whereas Slatestone is thinking about StarClan. Meadowbush, do not also become a medicine cat now. That would be a bit much. And Kinktail is wondering if any cat would miss them if they traveled far away. Interesting. And Ghost again stressing about disasters. But Lightstrike is thinking about killing the leader and staging it as an accident. I will send her out. Random patrol type. It's a random fox. She's gonna proceed. Lightstrike may be smaller, alone, and half its weight, but the fox has a prize and they're willing to fight for. With a praetor StarClan, they throw themselves into battle. The fox, already stuffed full of venison and unwilling to lose blood over it, leaves the kill with a grumble. Lightstrike. I am a little bit worried about you, not gonna lie. Thriftback, Kinktail, and Meadowbush are gonna go out on a border patrol. They sense some Stag Clan cats up ahead. Now, I don't know what Meadowbush is, but none of these cats seem to want to antagonize. But they don't really want to interact with Stag Clan either, so they're just gonna avoid them. Ghost and Frankie, you two are gonna go hunting, and they catch a prairie dog. Branchtail and Slate Talon, you two will go on a trip. There we go. Okay, let's see. Thriftback has gotten White Cough. Slatestone announced that they are expecting kittens. They choose to continue their duties as usual for now. Branchtail wasn't looking where they were going and tripped over a small trunk, gaining a few bruises. And Badgerstar has healed from his bite wound. Ghost was seen taking food from Two Legs. Would you look at that? Well, Badgerstar, you're gonna get what you wanted. Badgerstar, you're gonna go on a patrol with Light Strike. They come across a small dog. Badgerstar hisses at the small dog, and the rest of their small team back them up. The dog skitters back, yapping loudly, apparently shocked by the display, and the patrol breaks out into yowls and caterwauls, screaming until the small beast's nerves break. And it runs from the Badgerclan border into the distance. Now, I am gonna say, this is not how this went. I do not think this is what would happen if Lightstrike did back Badgerstar up. Badgerstar is old, he's sick, he is in no state to actually move. Like, he barely gets out of his den, he cannot move. And I'm gonna say Lightstrike kinda amped that little poor dog up a little bit. Maybe when he was distracted by the dog, weakened. You know, I think he did chase it away. I think he did. Maybe clawing it a little bit, getting some blood on him. But I think she's gonna, after that, stage a little bit of a murder. And drag his body back into the clan, claiming that the small dog just was too much for the old cat. And I will, however, he was a leader. I'm gonna kill the cat. I'm gonna take all his 9 lives because he never got any. He never got any 9 lives. He never was Badgerstar. And I'm gonna take all his knives. And in StarClan, we will not exile him to the Dark Forest, but I am but hold on. Marcus' favorite. I don't. I know there's a way you can prevent cats from fading. Do I not have fading on here in the first place? I do have it on. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix that a little bit. But yeah, but he lost his lives. I will change his name to just Badger. When he enters StarClan, he obviously does not have his 9 lives. He will still be counted as a leader. But he was never an actual star. So here we have Badger, who actually never got 9 lives. And Lightstrike, a very, very young leader in the clan, who has now become Lightstar. Lightstrike leaves to speak with StarClan. They close their eyes and are immediately surrounded by their loved ones, friends and clanmates who have passed on. Stars shine through their pelts, and their eyes warm as they greet their new leader. A new cat approaches. Sunshadow steps forward to give Lightstrike a life for endurance. Lightstrike yowls in pain as the life rushes into them. And Badger steps forward, no longer Badgerstar. There is pride in their... well, there wouldn't be pride in their gaze. Probably more like horror in their gaze as they stare into Lightstrike's eyes. They give a life for knowing when to fight and when to choose peace. Honestly, that is just about the most fitting life he could give her. And she gets the rest of the 9 lives from Sunshadow, because, well, Sunshadow gave all the other leaders, all the other original leaders, 9 lives, so only Badger was the only one who actually gave her a life, other than Sunshadow. But here we have her, Lightstar. Her parent is Badger, well, adoptive parent, that is. Yeah. She's pretty crazy. So we do have Lightstar, and honestly, I don't know who she would pick as deputy. And we also have Kittens with Slatestone here, which is pretty interesting. And I just realized both Slatestone and Branchtail are great kid sitters, which is just adorable. But we'll see how that works when Lightstar is leader now. She's one of the founding members, of course, and murdered her father, Badger, and staged it as an attempt with a dog to gain the position as leader. There we go. Lightstrike, well, Lightstar, you are one heck of a cat. And if you guys do enjoy this, be sure to subscribe to see even more crazy adventures. And I would love to hear what you guys are thinking in the comments below. And right now we have quite the problem, because we basically only have one cat who can become a deputy. That is Meadowbush. But will Lightstar really take Meadowbush? Oh, she actually really likes Kinktail. That's interesting. I think this is a decision for, well, I would say another time, but okay. Meadowbush is the only one who can theoretically be a deputy. Lightstar is... saw some kitty plants playing with colorful balls, and Meadowbush is pretty colorful. Maybe she took that as a sign from StarClan that Meadowbush is the one who should be... Okay, no, hold on. Okay, let's think about this as Lightstar, huh? We have an oblivious, deep, dark forest bond. But, I mean, the cats wouldn't really know that. So we have an oblivious young male, a childish young male, a righteous male with ghost sight. I don't know how righteous would... how appealing that would be. Lonesome, steady paws, a cunning, good speaker, and a great teacher. Those are the options we have. Honestly, Meadowbush seems like the most valid choice. It seems like she would be the one who would question Lightstar the least. She would get the least questions from other clanmates, picking the one who has actually trained an apprentice. And I think Meadowbush is also relatively strong. So I'm going to promote Meadowbush to deputy, as well as her being old, which means there's no chance for Meadowbush to ever overtake Lightstar, which would definitely be on her mind, I think. So, you guys, until next time, bye-bye.